over to you now, Scotty, with Willie, and perhaps we'll see the return of Willie to politics.
Well, Willie's just flown in from Uawa-Tolaga Bay on his private jet, and he joins us now. Kia ora, Willie.
Kia ora, brother.
Now, you were there at the tangi over the past 3 days. How was it for you?
Oh, it was a fantastic tangi, and a tribute to the people down there in Ngāti Pro. Some real stars, as you do. You know, I just enjoy the kōrero, Scotty. And, you know, people like Shane Jones who came in. I thought Shane really performed well, and not just for Labour, but for his people up north. You know, he really showed his stuff. Not well enough, of course, to continue on the pai down there.
Didn't get a position.
No, that's right. I was having a talk with Jay. That's right. I took him. He done a great kōrero, as he always does. But then that was it. You're on the side, boy. You know, the pai down there didn't need Jonesy, and of course, as we all know, one of the best speakers on the pai. But I thought he did a good job in terms of covering a real whole left by Parekura. But you know, when you go to tangi, we have some of the most wonderful speakers. You know, Derek Lardeli, magnificent. He did a magnificent kōrero when Ngaitahu came on. Wayne Ngata, who runs the marae down there. You know, just great to see. And then people who came through. John Key did a very good speech. David Shearer, Hone Harawira had them laughing everywhere.
So there were plenty of stars down
great
there.
stars.
And a lot to say about Parekura.
A lot to say. Uncle Kepper Sterling was on fire, you know.
And you spoke too. What did you have to say?
Oh, well,
anything of consequence?
I make, not a lot. You know, we all make a little bit of a contribution. All I talked about is this is a guy who wasn't a high flyer like a Winston Peters, Peter Sharples, Hone Harawira. His main strength was the haukainga. That's why people loved him. He didn't really worry about, although he did move big kaupapa like Māori television. He was a great supporter of Māori radio, and I mihi to him over that. But it was this haukainga support, you know, looked after the people on the coast and in Kahungunu. And during the foreshore and seabed, when we were calling them sellouts from everywhere and we wanted them all to get out of there, who went up in the polls? Parekura Horomia. I mean, it's just incredible.
Which is going to make it very difficult for another group, another political party, to take that seat off Labour, isn't it? When we talk about by-elections.
No, well, that's where Foxy's right. Derek's right. I mean, really, Labour, common sense tells you Labour should come home comfortably if they play it right. If they get a bit cheeky, as Labour have tended to do in the past, and put a candidate in there who no one knows. You know, imagine if they put Scotty Morrison down there or someone like...
Have you know, up in Mahuika, Waingata, Derek Lardeli have all rang me. They read the newspaper and they all said, Scotty, great idea, come down to
but that's the thing is, the Labour in the past have done silly things. You have to pick a candidate with the right whakapapa, Scotty, and you go and you foist someone on the iwi, you know, you watch out. So if...
Have they asked you?
No, because I'm not from there, and plus I'm still after yours and Miriam's job.
Well, so who have we got in the budget?
Well,
who's the potential candidate?
It'll be interesting. I think they're looking at Mika, Mika Whaitiri, who's CEO for Ngāti Kahungunu, and she might be all right. I don't know if she's interested, but they have to be very careful. See, and that's why if I was in the Mana or Māori party, I'd be chasing a strong candidate like a Wayne Ngata or Derek Lardeli, or from Hastings, Kahungunu, Henari O'Keefe. You get an outstanding candidate coming in, you never know their luck. It's going to be really hard for the Māori Party, though, because people all saw that. I mean, you know, the Māori Party, I talked to Te Ururo down there, and people can still see the split in the Māori Party. You know, they came on separately, Peter Sharples and Tariana Turia, you know, but if they had an outstanding candidate, and actually they do have an outstanding candidate, and I forgot his, we're talking about Ngā Raihania, of course, who I spoke with. Ngā's a tremendous candidate. Tremendous candidate. Got the bloodlines. His father is one of the main crew of Ngāti Pro. But you've got to give Ngā Raihania a chance. If our people see a split party, the Labour Party candidate waltzes home. But it'll be fascinating to watch who Labour goes after. They have to get a pretty reasonable candidate. If they get a pretty reasonable candidate, they put in the hard yards, it should be a comfortable victory for them. However, if they don't, and the Mana Party or Māori Party get a Henari O'Keefe or Ngā Raihania and the Māori Party comes together. So if I was in the Māori Party, I'd say, right, Pete and Tari, you're in Hastings, Napier for 2 weeks, then you're going to Ngāti Pro for 2 weeks. Oh, the people will love it.
Well, there's some great names that you brought up there, and like everybody said, Parekura Horomia, he kano hikitea, went to all the marae around the motu, including this one, 163 times.
On marae?
On marae.
On more than you and me. Yeah, no, he was a fabulous whanaunga. We loved him dearly, and it was the personal touch that we all remember. I just want to quickly say, when my father died, he came by my mother for 3 days, a week after my father died. That's the sort of approach he had, a personal touch that we will never forget.
It's a wonderful sentiment to end on. Willie, thank you very much. Back to you, Miriama.
Yeah, he won't be forgotten. That's